Now, when you think about, things that you ask for, or we do this all the time. We ask for something and we it comes to us. Everything we ask for in whatever form does come to us. And some say, thoughts do create reality. They do. Thoughts are a big part of it, obviously. Thoughts are what form your idea of what it is personally that you want, as well as they also have a place within the collective of what the collective whole, what the all, if you will, you and other people and stuff have in common, and what you guys want, or what we want, such as equality for all, such as the rights to do this or that, or things of that nature, political whatever. This occurs because enough thoughts see it as wanting it to happen. Okay? So as this occurs, so does their thoughts. Now back to the individual. On the individual level, you will notice more so that, say, even simple thoughts. Simple thoughts are your thoughts. Okay, they do create a little bit more so of by themselves. In other words, if you think about something and just think about it in your mind, you just continuously think about it. There's this idea that alone kind of is responsible for creating the reality, when it is partially, it is more so your voice, your throat chakra, your expression, if you will, because that is the sound creation. So that's the expression. Say, I want, well, I want peace and love for all. Now, you say that as however you want, whoever you want, and you've just enunciated your vibrational want, desire, outcome, and you have basically set it in motion to occur. You've done a spell. You've created a spell. This is another whole other topic on magic. Short note: much in magic you can simply speak, but we'll get into that another time. But as you express your desires or your wants, the universe will definitely respond to you. Will always respond to you, no matter what. Then you have those moments where you kind of, and you can even do tests. Do little tests. I've done this with a few of my friends and such, and it's very fun to see the results. And you can be like, okay, I want to do a little test to kind of test out my abilities, or if you will, or whatever, because you are beyond powerful. Powerful is the strongest word the human knows to describe who we are, but we are so much more than that. But anywho, our expressions are manifested indefinitely. Everything is an expression of yourself in some form. You can look at everything and you can see it in everywhere. The condition of your living quarters or your living space, wherever you may be, the condition of everything, how it connects, is all correspondence to us. The weather, when you look at the weather patterns, look at the weather and, maybe wonder, is there some low energy, like if it's kind of dark and gloomy outside, well, maybe the area is, feeling a little off today, or so maybe something occurred that I'm not aware of at the moment, because we interact with the other realities. Yes, we exist as ourselves and we walk with ourselves, but at the same time, we are also walking amongst other realities, other people, other friends, family, maybe strangers, as whatever, and we all walk together. We all walk in this together. We all have this knowledge within us. We have this within us. The difference is that some are more tuned into this knowledge, and others are slowly starting to tune into this knowledge. But we are all here together, and sometimes, you may get frustrated at another. Well, why isn't this person waking up to and doing things how I do them? Or why can't you do it like this? Or, something like that. And that's the human, that's the ego, that's the judgment, that's the lack. And which is there's no judgment, but when you recognize you're doing that, or recognize you may have those thoughts, you may not be doing it physically, but you may have those thoughts about that, again, is showing you perhaps what you need to work on, or showing you something within yourself. Because why do you care what another thinks about you, or does not do that differently than you? Truly, it doesn't matter. The higher self does not care. The higher self allows all to do as they do and does its own thing. This is the wonderful thing about the higher self. The higher self knows that it is a master creator. It is a master of its world. And as such, you learn to move about, you learn to navigate, and you learn to trust. Sometimes we get thrown off alignment, if you will, where we continue on a path, and then all of a sudden, boom, we're shifted into something else, and we kind of build up that defense mode of freak out, right? We freak out because we don't know at first, but we freak out. But the wonderful thing is it doesn't last, because we're like, all right, I'm adaptable and I can shift my world into however I want to. So it may take a little time, but you can adjust to it and you can create from it, and you can create a new space, because you got to look at it from the bigger picture, is that you're moved to another place because you're meant to be. Maybe you're meant to, well, I've done what I can with these people that I've worked with, or these people that I brought this information to. Now it's time to do some more. Now it's time to bring some more information to these others. And of course, this isn't forcefully. This is done by will. This is done by just simply being in an area. You yourself are raising that vibration. You emit frequencies. You emit that vibration or frequency to your area. Whether you actually communing with other people, personally, physically, other than doing online stuff or whatnot. Either way, you are doing your part. You're contributing your part. You are changing, and yes, change does occur in the physical. You must do physical things. Now, can be different for all. This obviously is different for all. Physical things is something as simple as, doing your dishes, cleaning off your space, clearing that space, maybe sweeping the floor, doing some dust, stuff like that. And that's a very simple thing, but that will bring about that nice, crisp, clean, new energy. Get rid of that stagnant energy. All the time, dust is old energy. Give it a little simple thing is to give it thanks for doing its part, and bid it farewell. This is if you want to, and we always remain grateful. Always be in gratitude. Always, the more you're grateful, the more you recognize what it actually is that is coming to you or has come to you, and you see it, you like, hey, I asked for this, and here it is. Like, even if you didn't get it exactly as you thought, this is why the universe likes you to be specific. Because, for example, you ask the universe, well, I want a car, okay? And somehow you receive perhaps a little toy Matchbox or Hot Wheels car, right? Now, this isn't exactly what you had in mind, but you did get what you asked for. So, to specify, maybe next time you should be like, well, I want a car, that is that I can drive, and that good condition, and whatever you want with it, right? That way, you will get more. You get what since you get what you ask for it. Basically, and be grateful of it coming to you. And pretty much, you ask for something and let it go. The term "a boiled pot" or "a watched pot" never boils. I mean, it actually, it's more so when you let go of the idea that I've set this in motion, and going back to it, and you look at it and be like, hey, I asked for this, where is it? I asked for this, where is it? Well, you're further progressing it. You're further progressing it from coming to you because you're giving it worry. When you pretty much let your mind go, this is how miracles or whatever form, if you will, because we've forgotten about them somewhat. Not completely, I mean, the subconscious mind always has that, but more so the conscious mind, if you will, already sees like, well, that's alright, I know this is coming to me, and I'm just going to continue to do other things. We'll focus on all these other aspects, And by doing that, you give more time, if you will. Time only exists to us, but you give more time, and as such, you bring about your desired outcome. Now, it can take as long as or short as it may take, but know, without a shadow of a doubt, that it will come to you. Everything comes to you. Everything that you ask for, good or bad. The universe doesn't judge anything by something being good or bad. It doesn't care. It doesn't know how to do that. All it knows is that you've asked for it. It's like a child. A child will bring you whatever it is you want. They don't know the difference. They don't know that it's that this is not exactly what you had in mind. They will just give it to you. Okay? This is where this again, specification. It's important. Keep that in mind. When asking for something, be as specific as you want to be, okay? Write down every detail, everything you want, It's how you create things. Write it out. Draw it out. You can draw. Do whatever you need to do. You can speak it. You can have a conversation with yourself. Essentially, a conversation with yourself is with higher source, but do that. Do whatever works for you, and you will see wonderful, wonderful results. Okay? So until next time, I love you all. Love, light, and sound. Much blessings.